And then,
Yep.
so we're back, everybody. I'm here again with the Big Gifter King, Lozo. Um,
Hello.
we got some more Siren for everyone. So, you're probably noticing that I have a website up. This is a in-game tie-in for Siren, and I will let Lozo handle the rest since this is his expertise. I'm just as much as a viewer as everyone else at this point. So I'll let him kind of take it away, and I'll try to scroll and maybe zoom in if I can while he talks. So Lozo, take it away, please.
Okay. So yeah, this was a connected site that they made, which is essentially fake. You can't comment on it. You can see little details such as the little ad banner that is also fan made. That's actually uh you can't I don't think you can go anywhere if you click on that, if you can do anything with that. But
Uh,
essentially the person what was her name? Starting with T. Tomoko, I think her name is. She's a character in this game, and essentially she is used for this ad banner. So you get like an idea of like she's a model.
ah,
Um, let's see here. Prefectures. Okay, so here's some just little details of like the town. You can read if you want.
okay. So let me start in with the first, I guess, forum post because this is like you said, like a little forum. So it says, um, I don't know, I guess live in double X XX prefecture. Get lost in the middle of the mountains while enjoying a drive the other day. Drove for about an hour on the dirt mountain road. Found a ghost town and a bloodstained clothes everywhere. Yes, I was freaked out and tried to go back to where I was. At that moment, I saw an old woman in a deserted house. She was on her hands and knees looking for something. Really got scared after that. Ran away from there. Left my camera in that ghost town. I've drawn a map to the creepy ghost town. If you have any information about this ghost town, post it here. Gosh, what was it all about? Uh, that was from Unknown. Um, let's see. That looks like July 28th, 2003, which was a Monday.
Indeed, dates are very important. Well, specifically date slash current time when they're posted.
Oh,
I'll inform you as to why when we get to a second page, which is only like this entire website is actually just made of 2 pages.
okay, okay.
Yep.
Interesting. So I wouldn't have thought that the time of the post was also important.
Mm,
Okay. Oh, I guess I should have started with the first post. Closed by the webmaster. It just says the board will reopen if circumstances permit. End.
yep.
Okay.
If you want me to read, I'll read the next one.
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
good. So the quote is 33 murdered XX village. Before the war or during the war, there was XX village in XX country, which is basically we can't really want anyone to kind of disturb a village in real life. So we'll kind of just say it's in XX direction.
Hmm.
An outraged young man killed all 33 villagers in one night. This case is called 33 Murdered XX Village. It was very shocking news in Japan. I heard that village became a ghost town, wondering if Bloody Village is XX Village.
Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. And that one was at the 29th of July 2003. Uh,
Yep.
it looks like 23. So at 11:50 uh, at night. Interesting. Interesting.
Hmm.
So uh, almost about a full day of between posts.
Indeed.
Okay. Okay. So I'll read the next one. The third reaction. So let me go ahead and scroll really quick. Oh God, please tell me I can scroll. I
Oh, it should
swore I
be.
could. Oh, I know. Okay, give me 1 second. There we go. Now I can scroll. Technology, everyone. Technology. Okay. So let me just scroll it up. Okay, so now I shall read. So, let's see. I think you read before the war, correct? So I'm XX village disappeared by
Yep.
landslide in the 70s. It no longer exists on the map. Might have merged into the neighboring village. Hanuda village? There are rumors around there. One guy saw a bloody villager's ghost. People pass out when they go through that area. The map looks like XX village for sure.
Ooh, okay. So there was a landslide in the 70s on a close by village, or the village Hanuta village. So they're not really sure which is true or not. It seems like a local legend, but they're not really sure. Okay, so the next one is actually really important. This is a message by SDK, and SDK is Koya's kind of weird key name he uses.
Oh, okay.
So Koya is the boy that got shot by the cop. You played as him at the start of the game.
Ah, okay.
So he goes, "Cool. Did you did you end up in the ghost town? 33 murdered XX village. Sounds awesome. I'm on summer vacation and have some time, so I'll take a train as close as possible, then drive my lovely car, compact compact mountain bike." I like Korea. He's so much fun. This stupid like website thing. I'll enjoy biking and checking the village out. I'll follow this map. So he's like, "Yo, this sounds cool." He's not. The key things is he's not from the village.
Hmm.
So somehow he's just kind of round up there, and he's heard about this legend about like there's some weird ghost sightings at this village, and he's like, "Yo, I want to check that out," which leads him to the interrupting the village ritual because he's just interested in what's happening.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So he's here because of this forum. Interesting.
Mm.
Okay, so I'll read the reply. So, uh good to be a student. I wish I could have some free time. Let us know about this village, okay? Cheers. Uh
So
mm-mm.
so yep, he's just going like, yeah, good luck on that. I hope you check out the village and see how it is. And suddenly, 2 days after a earthquake happens, where the village is. And if you're like, that sounds like the siren at the start of after you got shot by the cop, it it is.
Okay.
Hey, check this out. Earthquake hits XX country, XX prefecture. A number of people are missing in the landslide caused by the earthquake. Are you still alive, SDK? So it seems like the siren went off, and apparently a landslide happened to the village. Yeah, in the game, there is no landslide. Well, there is bits and pieces of a landslide. There's some that are just completely destroying the roads that you can't really go up a path of a road, for example, in some of the missions. But it isn't a total landslide that's covering everything.
Okay. Okay.
So technically, the entire game should, like everyone in the game, should be technically dead or buried underneath dirt at least.
Ah,
So
okay.
that's interesting.
Definitely, definitely.
Hmm.
Mm-mm. So, I'll go ahead and read the next reply then. So, want to know the details? Newsflash that there won't be any survivors from this landslide, which go ahead and that kind of ties into what you were saying about they shouldn't
Indeed.
be alive right now. So then let me go ahead and scroll really quick. Give me a second. I gotta click out, click back in because that's just the way this works. Um,
Hmm.
I thought I. There we go. Okay. So, and then that should be the end of the page. So we got what, one, two, three, four more replies. These seem pretty. I'd say standard, like realistic replies.
They're good enough. They add a little bit of character to Koya, which is kind of a rare thing because Koya so far hasn't really shown too much character. He seems kind of just like kind of left field. I guess
Hmm.
it's fitting for a character who's kind of like, I kind of came here because I'm interested in seeing ghosts. I didn't expect myself to be in this situation. Oh, another detail for his cool message, let's go with that, is that it's about to hit the next day when he sends that message because it's 22 hours into the day for him.
Hmm.
And supposedly, if I recall right, the siren hits and the earthquake happens right on the next day. So 0000.
Ah, okay.
So that's when he got hits the guy with the car and gets shot in terms of like the timeline to this website.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
So this is very much leading into like the opening of Siren, we'll say.
Indeed.
Okay. I guess I'll read the next few since they're pretty. Like I said, these look like pretty standard replies. Nothing too crazy. This village is haunted. There was a number of missing people from a landslide 27 years ago, too. And then, of course, after that, the self defense force has been called. Local elementary school is buried completely. I pray for SDK.
Hmm. So 27 years ago, a number of missing people also went missing from a supposed landslide 27 years ago. I wonder if we've met any characters who have actually survived that supposed landslide.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
So
Hmm.
if you press next at the bottom, it will bring you to essentially another website which goes into little details of like little snippets here and there. Aw, it's like a little baby.
Okay, give me a second. Can I? Uh, I hope that was right. I clicked.
Yep.
Okay. It's a little hard to read, but there we go. Okay. Here's the next snippet. So, this won't be categorized as an occult item. Here's the UFO picture I took from an airplane window. What do you think? 8 times enlarged image would give you a better idea. This is not a plane. The moon? A luminous body? It's a different shape from the moon. UFO disappeared right after taking this picture.
Hmm.
Huh.
If it's not the moon, it must be the sun, period. Isn't the next person comments, isn't it the comet that visits the Earth every 333 years?
Huh.
So keep that in mind. That people are like, what's this thing that keeps passing the Earth in a set period of time?
Interesting. So every 27 years, and then on a grander scale, every 333 years on top of that?
Hmm. It's
Interesting.
almost like a supposed reoccurrence of events are happening over and over again.
Indeed. Okay. Let me just bring this one up. Give me a second. Uh, so, um, there we go. So, image of the skyfish thingy. Picture taken by my old man. Um, and then reaction to that. Skyfish was on Darkness Japan the other day. Funny to see Naoko Mihama catching the skyfish with a net on TV. Smiley face. We have Naoko Mihama's ad banner.
That's the person, the ad banner at the top of the site. That's her name. Like, oh, she's like a fancy model person. So she's getting around. She's went from a model job to a news reporting job.
Okay.
We might get more information on her through some archive items that you might have picked up. And I
Uh,
believe you'll be meeting her very soon. At least by the end of the stream, you'll probably meet her.
okay, okay, cool, cool. It's all coming
So,
together. No problem, no problem.
indeed. Uh, so Baby Rock, which you can a weird image.
Yeah.
Found Baby Rock calendar in XX City, XX Prefecture. During Ghost Town hunt, a credit association delivered it to the families 20 years ago. This was shot during the day, but you can see a sunset like red sky, red rock. Can you see the baby's face on the rock? It's a baby. Okay.
Hmm. I
They
do see.
collected all the calendars after they found out about the face on the rock. There is more than just one baby face.
Which I can see immediately. It's like in directly in the middle. The one, at least the one I saw right away. Uh,
Hmm.
um. So I guess I'll read reaction. Baby Rock. This looks familiar to me. Yeah, we had this calendar a long time ago. I remember the clerk came and took this calendar away. Huh? Didn't know this was famous. You can say many things on the rock. Ellipses.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And then we had this macho man.
Yeah. With
Macho man and his handsome baby. My
indeed.
childhood picture. Macho ghost behind my Oh, there is a little. Yeah, there is a macho ghost. Look, he's like right above him,
Exactly.
doing like a like a big arm pose.
Yeah.
Macho man is about to attack your father. And I love Japan sometimes.
Oh yeah, that's this is as real as it gets. Uh, and then this looks like the last one for this page. So it's uh, from a scarecrow. Interesting. I took this picture at my grandfather's rice field. Take a good look at this. A scarecrow? Looks a bit strange to be a scarecrow.
Let's see. Yeah, I could probably do this one. Is this a monster in the rice field? The god of the mountain. It will turn you insane if you see it. It's okay to watch. Do not try to understand it because I don't even understand what the hell this thing's supposed to be talking about. Do not try to understand its existence. Farmers used to close their eyes when they came face to face with this monster. My parents told me this story. Maybe it's just a local tale.
Ah.
Hmm.
And it's uh, Ankoku Bitoa in the open air.
Ooh.
Hmm.
I believe it's a fancy saying of maybe spring, like some spring herbs are in the air or some kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. I don't think there is. I believe that is actually the fields with the blind girl you were in before.
Oh, okay. So I was there last stream then.
It's just got watered down by the red water that was raining down.
Ah, okay. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Interesting. Pretty
So yeah,
neat.
and that's supposedly the I guess the prequel to the game. I guess.
That's pretty cool that they did that. That's kind of getting me into the vibe. I'm feeling
Hmm.
feeling spooky right now.
I do like the pitch where they're trying very hard to make Siren feel like a real event.
Uh-huh.
It's like this does take place somewhere, and they're trying really hard to kind of replicate the real life experience. It still has a problem of still being a game, which a lot of games, even outside of Siren, do have a fault of just being like, it's a cool concept, just the game isn't amazingly good to play. But I like the ambition.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, I actually thought about that too after uh playing it yesterday. And I was like exactly what you said was like my exact thoughts. It's like I think Like you said, it's very ambitious. It's like it's I don't want to.
Yeah, it's a game that's like even with people playing it, it does infuriate them, and then they're like, it's not that bad once you start going, and then you get to some of the more precise levels, and you go, oh, I remember hating this game. And even by the end, they're kind of like, even though I'm still kind of in the boat of I don't want to play it again, I still really enjoyed the experience, and the story's really good and really cool at the body end, at least.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello.
I think I'm also gonna feel the same once I get through it. Ah, Demonite Fissure. Wow, you've moved? Oh my gosh. I hope your move was easy and safe. I hope it went well, and I hope you're also done.
Mm.
And chat's pretty good. We just started, running a little late. I had some family, surprise visit. So,
Oh,
but
I should ask, Demonoid, can you hear me?
yes, actually, yeah. Can you hear Lozo? We're going on assumption right now. You should be heard. I, at least I really greatly hope so.
Because we just like turned on, we had to just adjust a couple of things. It would be kind of surprising if it reset after you just ended the stream.
Oh yeah.
So we'll give it a bit to see a demon. Cool. All right.
Oh, okay. Great. I was able to do the one thing I'm somewhat good at, which is
The best part is you've learned the information, even if you didn't hear my side. At least like
uh,
James heard what's meant to be shown in this website, so you can pretty much just take it to the game, and I'll just refer to it every so often.
oh yeah, exactly, definitely. And you can always come back, check out the VOD, and just scroll for yourself. Um,
Mm.
but like Loza said, we'll probably refer to it in game as well. This was just a neat little tie-in that it's was made for the game, so it's pretty cool. I like stuff like this. There's not too many games that do like real world like in-game numbers you call, and then you actually call them, and there's like a service hotline, or you get a message kind of thing.
Mm.
Uh,
Siren loves to do this when it comes to like at least like a little bit of one does it, two does it a lot more, where it's like here's these weird websites that you probably would have never researched beforehand. And I think there are a lot more character involved because you're just like, oh, okay, this is actually more specific to characters instead of this being kind of specific to characters, but also setting up more of the story for the game.
yeah. Interesting. Okay, okay. So this is again. This was also the first one, so I I would assume they didn't. They would have. I'm not gonna say that they were planning a second right off the bat, but probably seeing how this one would do, and if it was received well, then try to go bigger, try to branch out more. So
Yeah, indeed. It's definitely a case of just like we had to we shouldn't speak on their side just being like to give away false information.
uh huh.
It's like, oh, they were always planning to have a sequel. And it's like, not really, because they kind of locked it from America when they came to the sequel because the sequel didn't make the first game didn't do well in terms of sales for America.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, why is it like sold well in like anywhere else though?
Okay. Okay. So it was kind of which I think was par for course in the PS2 era. There was like a bunch of games just new.
Yeah, especially just like you would find some minimal change or some kind of bigger changes came on the power to NTSC kind of regioned
Uh huh.
games outside of course, frame rates.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course. Yeah. PAL
All right.
NTS2. All right. But yeah. So that was our Lozo being our tour guide through some of the tie-ins for Siren. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and jump into Siren now. We'll see how far I get tonight. But I see the appeal of the game. I see the frustration and the madness as well. But I will reiterate, I am having fun. It's fun to hear about the lore and the characters, and it gets me a little more as I invested. We'll say so. It's all good fun. Uh,
Oh,
also, thank you,
thank you.
Demonoid Fisher, for the collapse and for uh, um, hosting me. I appreciate it. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and go into Siren.
And I love that ad banner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That thing is great. It didn't take me anywhere. I tried clicking on it, but like you said, it's
Eat your heart out. Yum yum.
yeah. Uh, two pictures of forum posts, but it's cool. Like I said, I like cute little things like that. It's like they didn't have to do that, but they did. So
Hmm.
it's just like,
It's definitely a case of it's a passion project by a director who absolutely loved what he wanted to do.
oh,
I
definitely.
wouldn't say it's like Shenmue where it's like the guy didn't know what video games was.
Oh yeah.
It definitely wasn't a case like that, but it was a kind of case where it's like he kind of went too far on the stick of Silent Hill is also realistic and you're playing as characters who aren't army vets. You can still beat monsters without too much trouble. And the problem with this game is it's too much trouble.
Oh yeah. I think the what was it? The level with the blind girl. I probably tried that level maybe
Yeah,
7 to 10 times, which I think you said was
it's rough.
par for course. I think you said your friend was like 11 or something like that. So I mean, that's within the realm of like, okay, that's pretty standard actually. So
Mm. And I was helping a couple other streamers, actually two, or two a duo stream, and they were like, "It's oh my god, this is dumb."
oh yeah, that's
Ooh, this time you get to play as Kay, this
ooh.
We're
priest
safe here.
fellow. Oh, I know this level.
Uh,
Oh, do you want to? Oh,
Why
okay.
just disappearing?
There might be issues with the game volume.
oh, give me a second. Hold on. Let's see. Are you hearing it too low, too loud, or
What is going to happen to us?
I don't hear anything from the game. I can hear you perfectly fine though.
okay? Give me 1 second. Okay, the Umi Okuri has been added to the archive.
Hmm.
Excellent. I assume these are just standard items from the characters as I play as different characters. I just get item.
Yeah, you find some archives. They give them out at the start of the missions or end of the missions, and you can check out all the archives in the archive. And you can actually look at them now to see what you've got.
Oh, okay, okay. So here we go. Mission objective: reach a road, uh, to Hirasaka.
What are you waiting for?
Oh, there you go.
Okay, awesome. We're back on track. Okay, so now I am the
So if
priest.
you want, you can press the start menu to check them out.
Yeah, let's do that. So easy peasy archive. I've collected a few. I don't think I've missed
Indeed.
any. I know you've been giving
You've
me the
missed
option.
one to my understanding, and it's like the very, very first mission, so you don't have to really worry, and I already know what it is.
Oh, okay, okay. No problem.
So you can have a look at any of these, and I can kind of maybe explain the more important details to each of them, so you'd have to keep like read an entire textbook essentially.
Okay, okay. So I see it's categorizing these. I think everything here is ID figures, or is it just listing everything?
Uh, it kind of lists everything. There's like it just shows all. I think you're just on the all option, which is pretty much what anyone uses.
Oh, okay, okay. So I guess we could start from number
So
4.
that's the newsletter, which talks about the cop and the supposed little ritual they held on the 33rd. It's like, oh, you get to have this sake, and the cop loves alcohol.
Oh yeah.
So that's
And so that's what that's showing. And then it says, oh, I guess I could just push down. Yeah, Tetsuo Ishida, police officer, won the contest.
yep, that's the cop's name.
uh, cool, cool. So it's nice that we know his name. I don't remember it saying his name, although he kind of just came out of nowhere and then we hit the ground running. So pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like left to the archives to be like, oh, this is this character. He's not really important, but he could be.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Cool. All right. Bang! I remember this. This was in the truck.
Yep, indeed. Mirko, the one that was in the ad banner. She's in this and she was 19. This was published in 1996 and currently it's 2003 by the game standards. It's been a
Wow.
while since she was 19.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Let's see, and then I'll push X for more info. Uh, so this looks like her. It's a Naoko Mihama special feature. Now busy shooting the popular drama "Eat Your Heart Out." Bang has managed to secure an exclusive interview with Naoko Mihama, including a very personal Q&A session. Her angel smile and surprising answers will get your heart beating. Interesting. Okay, so that's
Hmm.
cool. So that's cool. So she is definitely someone of fame, and bang was lucky to secure that Q&A. Very cool, very cool. And then we have Jose University
So
faculty
this,
ID. Take it away.
yep, this was the professor character you played as that used the radio.
Oh yes, yes. Okay, now I remember. Cool. Um,
So he works at a university, and this is his ID for that university.
looks pretty standard. Professor of folklore, like you said, cultural anthropology department, School of Humanities, of course. Born February 14th, 1969. Good year.
Hmm.
And then we have I hereby certify that the above individual is an employee of this institution. President Jose University. Okay,
Yep.
so if we had any doubts, they should be cast out now because I, that statement says he's certified without a shadow of a doubt. So pretty cool. Yeah, Demonoid Vision. Nice.
Ace.
Um, and I don't remember where I got the Mana Stone, but I remember I want to say it was from the Tombstone in the same level, correct? Or
This was from the small shrine from the radio level.
okay, okay, nice, nice. So it's a large pyramid-shaped boulder worshipped by the villagers of Hanuta. Enshrined in the center of the village, the Mana Stone is also known as the Sacred Stone from above.
Ooh.
I
So
wonder.
it's from maybe space.
Got you. Something that comes every 333 years, kind of space.
Maybe.
Okay, cool. And then I don't know if there's any reason to go in order, but I'll go in order just for. I
It's fine.
so this is whoa, interesting. An idol. Oh, this is from the well. So
Hmm.
this the story of an infant on the chopping block. Once upon a time, an old man found a turtle caught in his net while fishing in the river. Seeing its struggles, he took pity on it, decided to set it free. In gratitude, the turtle invited the old man to a feast at his palace at the bottom of the river. Among the many surprises there was a delicacy served on a kitchen chopping block. The old man could not bring himself to eat it. Instead, he hid the baby's body, brought it home, and disposed of it in the well. Wow.
It's fitting that Timon, a teacher of folklore, would pick this up and know what it is.
Exactly, exactly.
Hmm.
Interesting. That the turtle
It
was.
also might confirm that he might be from this place.
Hmm. Also interesting.
Hmm.
The plot thickens. The plot thickens. Pretty interesting. So they're eating babies. Interesting. spooky meter is growing. We're beginning to climb the charts. Drawing with cryptic symbols, Kiowa Suda. So I don't remember where I got this, but it
Oh, this
says,
is from the bus stop in the little wall hole. You actually picked this up. This is actually going to be very useful for different archive items.
ah, okay. Is it almost like a cipher? Just
Yes, it is exactly a cipher.
okay. Cool, cool. So there's a peculiar pattern to the layout of the symbols. Participants lay a finger on a marker placed on the board, ask a question. It is said that spirits cause the marker to move in response. Usually the board is marked with the letters of the alphabet, but instead, 26 cryptic symbols are inscribed here. Okay. So it's a cipher, and as you alluded to, there are probably going to be certain archives uh, that are needing of decoding.
Hmm.
Hmm. Sounds like a job for perhaps a folklore a professional.
Okay, yeah. He likes his stuff too.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. Uh, okay, so what do we got next? The Hanging Scroll. I want to say this was in the little kitchen, right? With the faucet and the
This
freezer.
was yes, that is actually the level. It was near the radio.
Ah, okay, okay. So artist unknown, date unknown. Painting featuring the midnight pimpernel and figures gathered around a body of red water. Ah, I've seen this
Hmm.
red water.
Indeed,
Interesting.
you've seen this red water, and you've seen a couple of the enemies. The Shibito apparently walk into the water during this cutscene for the level.
Ah, interesting,
We don't know
interesting.
exactly why they're doing it, but we might find out.
Okay, okay. So plot thickens. And let's look at number 19. We got the Hanuda Town Hall newspaper, also from the same little kitchen, if I remember correctly.
Hmm.
Yeah, so uh, Town Hall News, Hanuda Town, issued July 1976. Land rezoning ordinance. Beginning August 1978, the Arado and Harayadori areas will be renamed as follows: Arado, Upper Arado, 1 to 4, Harayadori, Lower Arato, 1 to 3.
Hmm.
Ah, so
This was issued in 1976. All right.
indeed, indeed. Okay. So I'm assuming that stays on our track of every 27 years.
Indeed. So apparently there's a newspaper from 1976 in 2003. It's kind of lying around.
Interesting. Shouldn't shouldn't be there, but it is. Interesting.
Hmm.
Okay. The Book of Deliverance, Chaos at the End of Time. Uh, Kiyoya Suda. So I want to say we found this in the church, if I remember correctly.
He, yes, he basically got given this by the priest woman as like,
Yes.
oh, this is what our ritual is, our religion is.
Ah, so it's the set of the scriptures native to Hanuda. This volume describes a unique vision of the apocalypse. Oh, yeah, there's nothing bad about that at all. Chaos at the end of time. The earth shall shake, the winds roar, the skies weep, the pests rise. The souls of men shall be tainted with rot, and the waters shall be dyed red with the blood of the King of Gods.
Ah, okay.
Interesting. Interesting. The souls of those who touch the red waters shall return to their original body and rise from the grave. Huh.
Hmm.
Interesting. So the dead shall rise from the grave.
Hmm.
Hmm. Interesting. I think we've been
Ooh,
kind of seeing already the beginnings of this.
indeed. It seems like it is the beginning of chaos, apparently.
Um And here we got the parish directory from Hisako Yao, a book containing a list of church members. Someone has scribbled strange looking graffiti on it. Ah, so here's where our cipher, I think, would come in handy.
Indeed.
Okay, so this looks like a triangle with a square and D and then mirror D right next to it. So
Indeed.
which one was our cipher? Okay, so uh
So it seems to be A is the starting letter. And I think
okay.
it does to the if I
So
know correctly, it might be so that'd be W
huh.
to AWA. So I think it's awakening or
Ah,
awaken.
I think
Is
you're
it
right.
AWAK? Yeah, awake.
Awake. Ah, interesting. So something has awoken.
Hmm.
Interesting. Okay. Um uh Jun Kajiro's family register, Miyako Kajiro. So the family register issued at Hinuda Town Hall. Father, Masataro Kajiro. Mother, Sayako Kajiro. Daughter, Ayako Kajiro, born August 24th, 1984. Son, adopted, Jun Kajiro, born November 29th, 1982.
So I believe we have met a Kajiro, or we've met two actually. The son being the white shirt fellow who got his ass beat by the blind girl. And I believe the daughter is she's actually not on this. She is named her last name, well, I guess in terms of the Japanese terms, first name is Kajiro, but she's not listed on the family register. So she
Hmm.
might actually not be from the family. She also might be adopted.
Interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
Interesting. Interesting. So we have family members who aren't natural born family members, but were taken in. Interesting.
Hmm.
Okay. And then we have the Kamoshika Diary, Akira Shimura, a diary formatted notebook of a brand that has been a favorite among children since 1970. On the cover is a picture of an antelope, the brand's logo.
Yeah, I think it's just detailing like this is a favorite book from 1970. You got this one from the Akira the old man's level.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't really have much details. It just says like 1970 as a favorite book from that time period.
Okay, okay. July 5th, weather sunny. Right at dusk, I saw a small glowing light flying above Gojaku Peak. It's strange I saw it so clearly, but my friend didn't seem to notice it at all. I'm planning to go to Gojaku Peak tomorrow, after school, to investigate. Okay.
So that might be the meteor.
Ah, interesting. Okay, okay.
And I believe that is maybe all the archive items we have so far. But
Oh,
I think so.
I think this is the last one. The Umi
Oh, yep.
Okori Kai Makino, day one. So it's a traditional ceremony in Hanuda dating back to the ancient times. Participants clothe themselves in black and submerge themselves in the waters of the Mana River on the last day of the lunar calendar. It is a purification
Ah.
ceremony symbolizing the cleansing of sin. The ceremony following the Umi Okuri is called the Umi Gairi. The river was viewed as the border between the human world and the other world.
Okay. So I take it the Black Cloak Fellows or maybe some of the Shibito we've been encountering.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
Hmm.
Very interesting. Okay. Okay. So the river was viewed as the line separating these two worlds.
Hmm.
Interesting. Definitely a lot of lore about certain events that happen every 27 years. So,
Yep.
very interesting. Very interesting. And that brings us back to the game. So, I am
What are you waiting for?
ready to be guided.
Okay. So this main part. Okay. I'll go to the map.
Okay, I want to say.
Just make
Here
sure
we
I get
go.
a shot. All right. So your current positioning is there near the start arrows,
Yes.
and it seems the exit is right up those stairs.
Interesting. The ones it. Let's see. Um, Directly to my, I guess that would be in-game left.
Yes, and apparently a rifle should be is right up those stairs, so we won't be taking that route.
Ah, okay.
There's gonna be a couple of rifle shibbies guarding the stairways here. And
Ah,
this place isn't that bad. It's a little bit more of a stealth mission, but it's not as bad in terms of like Koya or the professor level. It's actually pretty easy. It's like literally we need to go to the last staircase all the way to the right, go up that staircase, uh, climb up a thing, have the girl get pulled up, and then we get to this weird area where we'll get a checkpoint, and most of the stuff that's hard is already done, and the side stuff is like right there. So you don't have to go too far to actually do all the side stuff. So it's actually not that bad. It might take a couple tries just to get an idea of what the hell this entire level is visually,
uh-huh.
but you'll do fine.
Okay, okay. Doesn't sound too bad. When you described it. Okay, so like you said, I'll try not to get shot. Also want to make sure she's following me. So. Okay, she's got it right. Oop. Oh, I guess because I'm duck walking, she will duck walk. Maybe not.
Yes, the escort will try to mirror what you're doing.
Okay. Maybe I should have had her just crouched and walking.
You can
Okay.
also just tell us that, like, if you turn around and just say, "Come here," from like even a far away distance, she'll just automatically get up and start going back to you.
Ah, okay. I'll try that. Let
What
me
are you
just
waiting for?
let's see. This seems like it should be
Yep,
good.
that's good enough.
Come here. Please don't get shot. He was in the middle of his line of sight.
There you go. Here she comes.
All right.
See ya.
Okay. So I remember you said all the shibbies have like they can hear for 700 miles outside of their range. So
Yeah, if you're running, they can hear you pretty easily. If you're walking, they can't really hear you very well. They can see a little bit far too. But for the most part, they're actually easy to kind of pass by. It takes a bit to kind of understand like what the enemy's range is if it's a indicator of anything.
okay, okay. So we'll just take a stroll.
Passing the cop car.
And here come more shibbies. I think I've taken a wrong turn.
Nope, you are kind of in the right way. I'll try just running around the house with the girl and essentially just go around the shibby. Problem is with shibby, well, the escort is a lot more of a pain to kind of manage.
Uh-huh.
You're doing okay.
Okay, okay. Like you
So
said.
you would have that shibby who is kind of just walking around the house. You'll let him kind
What are
of
you waiting for?
walk around the house, and you kind of go a little behind him.
Okay, okay. Seems
That's
easy.
kind of an easy way to do it. So it's not that bad.
Okay, okay.
So you just rush over to the cop car. and just kind of either sidejack the shibby that's walking around, or you can wait and kind of see him visually.
Ah, okay. Let's see. Oh,
He'll try to look towards the car direction. But when he does, that is a good indicator of like that's a time when you can kind of walk up and start following him up.
ah, okay, okay. Let's see. I'm kind of just winging it, feeling good. I don't know how far I can get going around. I think I have to go through the house.
You just keep going around the house.
Okay, okay,
There's no items in the house at this current point in time, at least.
okay. Just continue our little stroll.
The best part about this level is there is a midway checkpoint, and again, since you haven't picked up anything, you basically actually get a proper checkpoint that actually does help. Oh, and okay, so when the red sight thing happens, it means an enemy's found you.
Ah, okay. Usually when that happened, I was alone and I'd get like my back scratched. So I just assumed like maybe I'm losing them, maybe I'm not. Okay,
What are
okay.
you waiting for?
So, okay, let me get right here. And then I'll signal for her to come. Just to kind of see, I guess, what happens if I kind of just jog all the way around the house.
Yeah, it just makes it faster. You get around the garden shibby, as long as you aren't getting caught and the girl doesn't try to run away from the enemy, which means that she's trying to get away from you as well, then you should be fine. And also just walking is fine. You don't have to crouch.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Crouching
good.
will make the escort actually a little bit too slow, and she actually might fall behind.
Ah, okay.
As
So,
long as you're not too loud, the shibby won't turn around.
gotcha,
So on
gotcha.
that side, there'll be a door. Don't open that door. That's like a little basement thing that will come up later.
Okay.
And there'll be a stairway. Go up that stairway on that side, and go past a shibby that's supposed to be guarding the stairway on the other side from it.
Okay.
So far, you're doing really good. You're about halfway done.
Awesome, awesome.
So now you'll want to climb up a rock, like a large rock.
Okay.
And after climbing up, pull up the girl, and then walk up the stairway. There is a shibby like somewhat close by, but as long as you get up there in time and the shibby doesn't turn around, which it doesn't do. Oh, yep, here she comes.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Again,
Uh-oh.
if you can. Oh no!
Pull up.
Oh no!
No!
All right, so we're getting
almost
we're
there.
getting somewhere.
Yeah, I turned around and I climbed down the rock. Had I not climbed
Yeah,
down
that's
the
the
rock.
problem with this game. It's like, oh, I need to press like just flat out right. It's the worst.
Yeah, I was like, okay,
I
let
really
me
wish
just...
it was just a case of you get up and you can press triangle and you can press pull up, and he'll actually physically go
Just-
around to not like push himself off.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay.
like, okay, I don't have to do the right or left, so I don't accidentally go down.
Yeah. Okay, okay, so thank you for saying that wasn't too bad. I almost had it there. Third try.
Again, yeah, you're like halfway done. And if you did go up and got the girl, you would have had the checkpoint and you would have restarted at the checkpoint. And since dying and getting a checkpoint resets all the enemies, you can pretty much don't have to worry about anyone following you.
Ah, perfect, perfect. Okay. So I almost had it. I almost had it. We could do this. We could
You
do
almost
this.
had it.
Not too bad. Let's just hope the shibby's on the correct walking cycle.
Indeed.
Which I don't see him, so I assume he is?
As long as he is not on that side of the house or just popping around, then you'll be good. Should be on like too fast. They always have the kind of I shit my pants walk going on.
Got you. Okay, I'm just going for it, I guess.
He's going around now. So you're still good.
Perfect. Easy peasy. Okay. Yeah. So now that I'm more aware of what to do, at least in this half. Again, not too bad.
Yeah, again, this level is one of those few cases where it's like it's a little tricky. As long as you're not trying to rush the game, which can be a cultural issue of like I wasn't rushing the game, and it's like you weren't keeping too much of an eye out, and it's like, oh, I hate this game.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't pull her up.
It's just the worst with the girl. It's just like, so I would advise. I think the actual like you're going on the right like time. Oh, okay, now go up, and you might get the checkpoint regardless.
Okay. Oop. Okay.
It should be will be coming like climb up the rock. It's fine if you die. It's like you restart back here. And again, no items you picked up, so they don't reset. Yep.
Oh,
So it's fine if the girl dies.
Okay. Oh, camera change.
Ooh. Yes. Okay. So there's the small shrine. There's a little rock on the ground where the camera changes.
Ah, okay.
You can pick up the rock, and then try to use that rock for the small shrine.
Ah, okay. Okay. Let's see.
So that's one of the items.
Okay. I should have checkpoint. Yes, I do have checkpoint. Okay, so little rock.
So there's the rock. And the next thing, which is another, oh my god, why would you ever do this? Is press the option hide.
What's that?
Oh wow. Okay. So put the rock in the shrine and then hide. Smash lock or?
Oh, he smashed lock. He's trying to like break the lock with the rock.
Oh, okay.
There's two things with this. The rock has a weird thing to it. The lock itself might actually break later on.
Oh, okay.
Because
So-
you kind of weaken the lock, it might actually rust later.
Okay. Okay.
And now for the girl to hide. You didn't see a key on the ground. And why would you? Because the character's dumb. But the girl, who is tiny, she will find the thing.
Ah.
Oh. What's this?
And those are the only two items you need to get. Let me just check over, just make sure of that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's
So,
another.
you are on level. Okay, so not Risa. Shiro, no. Here we go, okay. Bit tricky. Second one, third one. Now unclipped. Try smashing of the shrine lock. Da-da-da-da-da. Ah. Now tell to follow and sidejack to check if the hammering shibby is what the hammering shibby is doing. So you will be going down that cliffside to the large shrine building. There's a
Okay.
little hammering chibi that is kind of around there. If he does see you, the girl will drop and just run around the house.
Okay. So you want me to sidejack him, correct?
No. The girl will kind of land on you. You can okay. So there's there's a pathway through the bushes there. If the chibi isn't looking at you, you can actually just walk over there.
Ah. Okay.
If the chibi is looking at you, you'll just run around the house and go down that path regardless.
Okay.
Oh, here comes the chibi again. Have the girl just follow you around. The chibi with the rifle is fine. He kind of just, I think actually he's forced to stay there.
Perfect. Okay. There's the lake. Blood
Yep,
red.
and there's a pathway down that lake that will lead to a cliff that you can climb up and then have the girl climb up with you.
Okay. So let's see. Looking for a cliff. You said. I take it this might be it.
Yep, a little cliffside. Yep,
Perfect.
you are nearly done with the level. You're right at the start of the level where you were, where the first rifle chibi is currently. when the rifle shibby is not looking, just walk over, climb up the cliff, or drop down the cliff, drop down the other cliff, and walk to the